Hello, welcome to the live stream. I hope you guys can see us. I am Mr. Macias.
And I am Brother Macias.
And we're just here to, let's go ahead and sit down. We're just here to catch up with you guys and just talk about some of the things that we should be doing when we're on break. I know we're both musicians and we're feeling it too, right?
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
We have to keep up on our practice. A lot of times as teachers, you know, or at least me, I'm so used to teaching. Now is a good time for me to rekindle with my instrument.
Yeah.
So I'm having a lot of fun playing these duets.
Okay.
All right. So it's been weird being without school for a little bit. So I've kind of had the blues. You know, I don't know if any of you have had the same thing where you're just sitting there and, you know. So I wrote a song about my sadness without a band in front of me. It's been 2 weeks since quarantine. Band directors, we know what that means. The reeds stay dry and the folders stay in. And the instruments just lie there in the case. It's time to take out your trumpet. Get up! Let's oil your valves. Let's use this time to practice. Good posture, good breathing, great sound.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Right.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I got bored, so I wanted to write something just to motivate the students to practice.
Yeah, I'm motivated now too.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm refusing to shave, just so you guys know, until I can teach band again. Yeah, it's not going to happen until there's a band. Okay. So in a little bit, we're going to go into our routine, just what we do every day to make sure, because like we talked about, these are muscles. And without practicing and training with your muscles, they're going to deteriorate and they're going to get weak. And after about, I would say, how long does it take for you to notice that your muscles are getting weak? Your playing muscles?
I mean, if I take like 1 day off from playing, I kind of notice when I come back the next day, it's most definitely not the same compared to consistent day-to-day practicing.
Yeah. I remember when I was in middle school, it was easy to take like 2-3 days off. And now, like looking back, I was like, if I did that now, it's like, oh my gosh, that would be really bad.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, you would not sound the same. Yeah. So we're here to motivate you and just give you tips and tricks for ways to practice. Okay. So one of the great things that I like to do is to teach people how to play music on instruments. So we're going to bring in a choir girl now. This is Sister Macias. So Sister Macias, come on in. All right. I know you guys are think about. I know you guys are applauding on your side of the TV. Okay, but we're going to teach her a little trumpet lesson here. So without further ado, this isn't your first time playing the trumpet, is it?
No, I played it
Okay, so let me just make sure you know how to hold it. Let me make sure the camera can see you. Okay, I need to raise this up a little bit. Okay, so let's see if you know how to hold this. Yep. So the thumb goes on this side. Let me just show you. Let me show you so the camera, because maybe a lot of them forgot how to do it too.
Oh no.
Okay. I know. So you want your 4 fingers to go in here, and you want your ring finger to go inside the ring. Okay, your thumb, you want to go inside the thumb saddle. Okay, it's the simplest part is your left hand. Right hand, you just make a natural C. You put the 3 fingers on top. Gotcha. And you put your thumb, this is the part that gets a lot of people. You put your thumb in between the first and second valve casing. You don't put it on top. You don't put it over here. You put it in between and put your pinky on top of the ring. Okay, let's see how you do. Left hand is perfect.
Inside or on top?
On top.
Okay.
And then your thumb is good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would actually just make this a little more natural. Yeah, like hold this orange. Okay, now hold the trumpet. Good. All right. So this is the first. Let me get my trumpet.
Do I have to take off my lipstick?
No, you're fine. You keep your lipstick on, choir girl. Okay. So we got the most choir girl person, and this is our sister, Sister Macias. She's actually studying to be a choir teacher right now. So you can't get much more choir girl than our sister. So this is C. And we're gonna just teach you. We're gonna start by teaching you an easy scale. Okay, so play C. Yeah, you got that pretty good. That's pretty good. And thank you again for coming on. I know it's not easy being in front of 30 middle school students, but okay. Next note is D. 1 and 3. You might be starting a little too pinched. See if you can start with your lips more relaxed. And just blow the air. Yeah. Da. It's definitely getting better. 1 and 2 for E. Good job. F. You're getting better. And your last note, which will be G. Nice job. So let's see if we can go down just by memory. You don't have to play. Say it with me. G.
G.
F.
F.
E.
E.
D.
D.
C.
C.
Now see if you can go up by yourself. C.
C. D. E. F, G.
Good job. Now can you play
G's
that?
open.
G is always open. Same as C. We got out of pitch there. Sorry. Don't forget E. Good job. Yes. You got it. Okay. Sure. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you the first 3 notes of Baby Shark, which is C, D, and then F.
C.
And first just play with a good sound. Now D. Okay, well, we're going to do it again. Here's why. When you play F, I want it to sound as good as C did. And you tend to kind of pinch on F. I want you to open your lips and make a big sound on it. Good job. Good job. Now start from the beginning and play your first 3 notes. Good. You got it. So you repeat that 2 times. And the 3rd time. And then the very ending is F, F, E.
Okay.
Okay. It's just a pattern. So
Okay, did I do the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna faint.
You'll be fine. That's awesome.
That's
You did it.
Yay!
You're a pro. All right.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you, brothers Macias. Macias.
Thank you, Sister Macias. You did a good job. Okay, everyone, round of applause for our sister, Sister Macias.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Would you like to sing something for us? Okay, it's okay.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next
Maybe
time.
next time.
Yeah.
Probably next time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up, wasn't she good?
That was awesome.
It's pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah,
Proud of her.
I mean, I know choir girls can do anything if they put their mind to it, but she showed a lot of determination for sure.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Okay. So what would a video coming from Greenstone be unless we started off by eating some oranges? So I know some of you guys, this is your favorite thing is when we eat oranges. Sometimes I have students say they just come to school just because they like it when I eat oranges. And if you guys don't know the story, we had a student who made the eat oranges are friends, not food shirt. And this all started because some students were dancing around an orange one day, and I showed up in the band room and I had to eat it.
Oh no.
So we're just gonna eat these oranges in front of you guys.
Sounds spooky.
I hope you don't mind. I would share with you, but we have to stay 6 feet away.
Cheers.
Would you like an orange?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We got one.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, me and Brother Macias prepared some duets for you. This is one of my favorites. We're just gonna play the beginning of it, and we literally played this for the first time yesterday, and we almost didn't want to do it because we didn't really want to embarrass ourselves. But this is the first time we're ever playing it in front of people, so I hope you enjoy.
That's what I need a second. Adjust my neck strap.
This is by Bach. Cambele. Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. Not the cleanest take we've had.
It's like your second read.
I know. I think it's better last night, but
Yeah,
not bad. Okay, cool. So Alejandro, what is that? I mean, Brother Macias, what is that thing that you have in your teeth? You might want to explain that because I'm sure we have some sax players here who are wondering
Oh, yeah.
what it is that you're putting in to your teeth.
All right. So when I was younger, and even still not too long ago, because I just recently got it. Practicing all the time, fun stuff. Your bottom lip, you can notice, it sits over your bottom teeth. It'll get cut up pretty easily, especially if you play a lot.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went online, meridianwinds.com. You buy what is called the product's called a leg and lip saver. Basically, it's like a piece of plastic. You mold it to your teeth. You put it on your bottom teeth, and now whenever you play the saxophone, your bottom lip curls over it, and rather than it sitting on your sharp teeth, it sits on this nice smooth plastic. Feels really good.
Does it let you play longer?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got no problem playing longer. Before an hour or something, I'd get tired. Now I can go all day. It's not a problem at all.
What is it called?
It's called the Leg and Lip Saver.
Leg and Lip Saver
Yeah.
by Meridian Winds.
$15 on meridianwinds.com. It's awesome.
And
It's-
we are
it's
not
really worth
sponsored
it.
by them in any way. So Meridian Winds, if you hear us, please throw some money our way. Okay. Next up, we have. I'm gonna actually. I think my tea is ready, so I'll be right back. Okay. But you might have a special guest come in. Okay. Just bye, guys.
La 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 la. Are there any Elmo fans out there? Elmo has some sad news. Elmo ran out of toilet paper. And he's been having a hard time. But Elmo's been practicing too. You want to hear Elmo sing? La 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 la. La 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 la. Elmo's world. La 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 la. La 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 la. Elmo's world. Wait. Now you want to hear what? You don't like Elmo singing? You want Elmo to play the trumpet? Okay, 1 second. Thank you. What? You don't think Elmo was really playing the trumpet? Oh
That's
yeah,
what
well, Elmo's actually been practicing his singing of opera. Okay, 1 second. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
What did I miss?
Oh, dude, you.
Did I miss anything?
No, not
No.
really.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I promise I will not leave again. Sorry. Sorry. You had be that much time without. Sorry. Okay. So you we're gonna take this part of the program to see if you have any funny band memories, because I mean, band is also not just about the music, but it's also about the connections and relationships we make with other people. So do you have any band memories that you'd like to share? Funny ones?
Yeah, sure. It's actually kind of interesting. So, you know, I'm still in high school. I like to practice a lot of fun saxophone music, and there's this one piece. It's by Jacques Ibert called Concertino da Camera. It has a very distinguished intro, and you know, some of my saxophone friends back at my school, we like to play it, you know, just to joke around or whatever. But it actually kind of it caught on pretty well. I was kind of surprised, you know. It got to the point where, like, you know, we're kind of, you know, there's downtime in band, we're not doing something in between pieces, you know, just total break time, or like we're in warm up, and you know, I get out my sax and I play like the lick. It's just like 5 seconds long, not the lick, but the lick to the piece that I'm talking
Can you
about.
play it?
Yeah. It's just that, it's like 5 notes. Yeah, it's just the intro to a piece that I really
It sounds
like.
like the opening to Clash Royale when you open it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, maybe not.
Really?
That's 6 notes. This is 5 notes.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I I did it, and then I got some of my saxophone friends to do it, and then as the year progressed, I don't know, we're like some kids in the clarinet section, they learned it too, and then we all did it, and then after a while, like a tuba player, I think some oboes did it at a time. We never got too many brass players to join us, but it was always pretty great. Our teachers were always like, what are you guys doing? Jeez, yeah, we always just played the lick. It's kind of funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some tips you would give to a middle school student who wants to keep his chops active over the summer? But I mean, we're not playing in band every day.
Right.
When we're in school, you play, what is it, like at least like an hour in band rehearsal of music, and you practice on top of that. But now we don't have rehearsal. So what do you do to keep the chops active during this time?
Me personally?
Yeah, to keep on learning. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I personally, whenever I practice, I always I start off with some long tones. I'm sure Mr. Macias, your teachers, talked plenty about that. But you know, you're just basically, you hold out a note with good tone and in tune as long as possible. I have like a long tone sheet that I follow. I really like it a lot. Yeah, I do those long tones. Then I have a technical book. It's kind of like, it has a bunch of etudes, and I just read them. I work them up, just kind of like if I were learning like a band music at school. trying to like raise it up to a certain tempo, I'd be doing the same thing with pieces. With etudes. And then after that, I'd work on some fundamentals, so scales, fun stuff. I think it's fun.
I think it's fun too.
Scales, they're really important.
Yeah.
Different things with scales, like scales and thirds, like da-ga, 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 skipping up a third, going up.
The intermediate band and concert band and advanced band students know about those.
Yeah.
For a beginner, all you have to do is you take your first note of a scale, you go to the third note, and you play the second note. Like leapfrog, it's just leapfrog with scales. 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, and you go all the way up to the scale, and you do the same thing coming back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And it's even better if you can do it on all 12 keys. It's great. Minor scales, all that good stuff. And then once I'm done with the basics, because all that stuff's very important, that's when I go over to what I personally think is like the most fun thing to practice, which is solo pieces.
Yeah.
That's what I spend a lot of my time on.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing to practice when I was in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips for maybe a middle schooler who, like a beginning band student, who maybe he has his band music, he has a scale sheet that I gave him, but maybe he already practiced the band music and he wants even more things to practice?
Yeah.
Or maybe a concert band student who I gave him music, and of course they know scales. What else can they do though?
You guys have that blue technical book, right?
Yeah, Foundations for Advanced Band.
I'd look into that, and maybe, some of those,
I have that with me. Yeah.
They have like scales and different patterns, like we were just talking about. Once you can master those at like a moderately good tempo, I'd switch to a different key and start learning them as many keys as you can. Because, like, I'm not joking. As many keys as you can learn as soon as possible, you'll see in high school. It'll just make your entire life so much easier.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, I
Get the book. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a great book. Just scales in general, working up scales. Long tones. I don't know if you have like a long tone sheet for them or some long tone.
Yeah, they have long tone exercises. Even making those longer than whole notes. Just play it. Don't even time it. Just play it as long as you can, and then go down to the next note, just to see how it sounds.
And you'll see after doing this for a while, doing all these exercises. Over time, you'll make your own. You'll take what you have and you'll modify it, and then like you don't even need the paper after a while. You get your instrument out and you know what to do. Yeah,
for brass players, you can get very creative, especially if you're a beginner. You can do lip slurs, which a lip slur is you play a note and then you don't change your vowels, but you change your lips to play lower and higher. Here's an example. I always like to start on G. It's just nice and easy. It's in the middle of the staff. And then you can get more creative. If you want to go higher, you can go higher. Then you switch to one valve lower. And then start making up your random patterns. They can be like long or whatever you want, but the point is, if you're doing lip slurs, at least for brass, that's one of the best things you can be doing right now without being in band. It's one of the best things that you can do to keep up your chops, and it's a lot of fun, especially if you play it in your house where there's like a bunch of reverb. Mm-hmm. I know this room is like dry, so you can't hear a lot of echo. But if you're like in your living room or somewhere where there's not carpet, it's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure. Or your bathroom is kind of cool to do it. It sounds really weird. Just don't keep your window rolled down, but because some of your neighbors might complain. But it's a lot of fun. Okay. All right. So, I want to share with you one of my favorite band memories. So when I was in middle school, we went to Jazz Band Festival. And one of my most embarrassing moments was our picture. So you all know, after a festival or something like that, you take a picture with your group. This is my middle school jazz band picture when I was an 8th grader. And I'll just show you. It's the funniest thing. So the trumpet section looks pretty normal, right? Okay. See if you can see this.
Oh, yeah.
Trombone section, rhythm section, pretty good. And then wait till you get to the sax section, okay? What sticks out about this picture?
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Let's see. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's my friend Blue. My friend Haley. What in the world happened there? That's Lawrence. I remember we got this picture back, and Lawrence just wants to say hi to you guys. I remember we got
Crazy
this.
eyes.
Yeah, crazy eyes. It's always the sax players too.
Oh, come on.
I remember we got this picture back, and it was we were all laughing. We were like, no. We look at Lawrence like, Lawrence, what are you doing? And he kind of had like guilty look, like. It was
That's
funny.
so funny.
Yeah, but those are good memories. You can see me. Not much has changed. Yep. And then you have Lawrence, and then this is my band director, Mr. Jackson, who is one of my favorite teachers of all time. He was, I owe everything to him because he was such a good inspiration for me. So
That's nice.
that's pretty cool. Good times. All right. So next up, do you want to share any special effects on your instrument? Any sound effects or anything weird? Any weird sounds you can make?
Oh yeah, sure, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know any multiphonics figures. I'm sure I can find one. Right there. So, any sax players out there?
I don't even know how to do this.
This one,
You can have a seat.
it's called. Yeah, you can close my case to do this in time, Joe. This is called multiphonics. So basically, you finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then low C. So like you're gonna play low C. But take your fourth finger, the top finger on your right hand, and just let it go.
Oh, really?
Sounds like Chewbacca. It's like the idea is you can play 2 notes at the same time, but I mean, in reality, it just sounds awful. Yeah, so something you probably don't want to do too loud at home.
That's crazy.
I don't know. You can growl. I don't know.
I never heard you growl before. That's good.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I guess it's altissimo. So like you'll see in like your band book. So like the highest some of your scales go is like up to F. So palm keys 1, 2, side F, or maybe even E, or just any palm keys. But there is a range above that. So that's an F, and you can go higher. High, just like to annoy people. That's something you'll figure out down the
Or
line.
you can make music out of it too.
And you can most
Doesn't just
definitely
have to
make
be
music
to
out of
annoy
it.
people.
That's true. I will say when you start out, it might be like I don't know. I tried it inside. My parents are like, "Geez, what's this guy doing, man? It
It's
sounds
always the
awful."
parents.
Yeah. So I would say if you do want to experiment with it. Do it like in a private place where no one else can hear you.
Yeah.
At least when you're starting out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, on my side, this one is to annoy people. Okay, so you take the mouthpiece of the trumpet, doesn't involve the trumpet, and you put your hand over the bottom. Okay, do not try this in rehearsal. Okay, and I did not teach you this. And you put your lips on the bottom of this, and you blow really, really hard. It is crazy. I'm pretty sure this is more effective in curing the coronavirus than this. If you need a weapon to cure yourself. No, I'm just kidding. But it's a very high noise. I figured this out in high school jazz band in the trumpet section. Okay, probably during a time when we shouldn't be playing. Okay? But that's all in the past. Another one that's really famous for trumpet is the horse whinny. Okay, so you can hear this on Sleigh Ride. And all you do is you half valve, which sounds like this. And you go up through the partial. So this is where lip slurs come in handy. And then you shake your trumpet to make it sound like a horse is neighing. Leaf not. Okay. That's kind of a cool effect on the trumpet. I wonder if there's any other ones. Sometimes in music you'll blow air through your trumpet, but that one's not very impressive. Cool. So we hope you enjoyed our live stream. We're gonna end by doing one more duet. Now, this time we're going to finish all of Super Mario Brothers. So I hope you enjoy our live stream. I hope you guys have a safe time. Hope you guys are spending good time with your family, but also make sure that you practice your instrument because there's a lot of things you can be learning right now. There's a lot of things you should be learning. And if you have any questions, reach out to me and I will give you my best tools to help you. Okay? And if you guys like this, reach out and maybe we can do it another time. Okay, this is Super Mario. Let me put the hat back on. Hanlo, do you want the hat?
Sure.
Macias? All right.
Oh yeah.
Nice job. All right. Until next time.
Bye bye. See you later.